Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Live. We now take a look at your sports news in this hour. Now, we all know this weekend, Sekhukhune United and Orlando Pirates will go to battle in the nation's capital for the honor of being called Nedbank Cup champions. To help us talk about this, we've roped in former Orlando Pirates midfielder Teboho Moloi. Good morning, Teboho. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning, Vusiwe, and morning to the viewers.
It's so lovely to have you. The last time we had you here, we're talking about the World Cup and how the different players were breathing in different air out in Qatar. Let's talk now about Sekhukhune United and Orlando Pirates. I want us to start by talking about these two coaches and their different styles of coaching and what we're expecting to see in this final between Jose Riviera as well as Brandon Shooter.
Yeah, let me start first by talking about Jose. You know what I liked, what he said at the end of the season? He sent a message to Sundowns to say that watch us for the coming season. We're going to give you a hard time and we're going to fight for that prestigious position that Orlando Pirates belongs to. Then you look at Brandon Shooter. He'll wanna go into this game in a very defensive mode because he knows that the Pirates have a very good players going forward that will catch him and really punish him if he opens up himself. So a preview that we watched on their league encounter, it is almost similar tactics that he's going to apply on the day. But I hope that Pirates this time they've learned that how to break that reinforced defense that he's going to use over the weekend.
Indeed, and Teboho, we now have one of your former colleagues from back in the day, Maponyane, now joins us on Zoom. Good morning to you, Mark. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, and good morning to Teboho and the viewers.
Mark, Teboho and I had already touched on just the coaches and how they possibly going to be approaching the game this coming weekend. And from your perspective, when we look at these two sides and we look at the league game they played against each other, Teboho is saying we can expect more or less the same kind of tactics. Would you agree on this?
I would. Funny enough, you looked at it the way I looked at it. And if it's not broken, why fix it? Because then that 1-1 draw, if you had watched the game, you'll realize that Sekhukhune did its homework also. And obviously, when I say Sekhukhune, not Pirates, it's because always you would expect the new young team to lose. But they were very solid, and it shows that Shooter knows what he's doing. And he hasn't been having bad results at all. He's got solid players that can turn things around for him.
And Teboho, when we look at how they managed to do the job in terms of this league game they played 1-1 and how Sekhukhune found themselves in the final, we saw that penalty shootout and they brought in a goalkeeper who's barely played the whole season to come in and into that penalty shootout against Stellenbosch. Do you think, Uguti, perhaps that's where they want to take this game because they're confident of their goalkeeper in terms of penalties?
Yeah, that's where he wants to take it, but that is not going to happen. I'm confident that is not going to happen.
Tell us why.
You know, like I said, I love the confidence that the coach showed with his last interview, that he's going to change a lot of things at Orlando Pirates. He sort of now understands that Pirates it's a wing playing team, and he needs to improve on the width of the team and get more understanding of the wing play than normally what they normally used to do, playing through the middle. So I don't see this game going to penalties because he's got the wingers to do the job for him. If they've prepared well, I mean, even during our days with Max, you know, we had Hellman, we had Brandon wide, and that is our strength. That is the strength of Orlando Pirates. So if he can have Saleng and the other wing on the other side. You know, when they bought Marco from the team that I used to coach cheaper, he used to play as a left wing. He used to do the job for me. And I think if he could tweak the way that Pep did against Real Madrid, he surprised Madrid. So it's for Jose to surprise Sekhukhune.
He surprised Real Madrid and he surprised Arsenal. Sekhukhune and like that one. But Max, let's talk about, I want us to move away a little from this game and let's talk about Coach Jose Riviera. And we look at this Orlando Pirates side. Can we say they've had a better season than the team that has won the league? Because you look at them now, they've already won the MTN 8. They finished in that second spot, so they will be competing in the CAF Champions League. And if they win on Saturday, then they've got 2 trophies this season and that Champions League spot.
Yeah, you are trying to get me to say if you didn't win the league and came second best, you are better than the top one. But I'm always a believer that if you win the league, you can celebrate. But if you come second best, it is also always not good enough for me. Because, I mean, what do we celebrate when it's the second best? So I'm sticking to my guts that if you come first, you are the best.
All right, that's very, very interesting. Teboho, we touched a little bit about the wing play that we're expecting to see this weekend. Let's talk about the midfield and that battle and how you see that one panning out between the two sides.
Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult one. You know, Sekhukhune have one of the boys that I used to work with, Kamogelo Mokocho, and now they have Villa.
The quality
is too much. I mean, Zidane at age 12, Kamogelo was the Danone captain, and Zinedine Zidane said, "South Africa, you have a gem in this boy." And for me, he's going to be pivotal. But I like what Mark said. You know, Pirates now have somebody that understands the team, the page of the team, which is team. You know, he said winning the MTN 8 and winning this coming trophy over the weekend, the Nedbank Cup.
Yes.
It doesn't, it doesn't satisfy him. Winning the league, it is the most important one, it's the big one. And now team seems to be pushing the players. He said, we came to this team to win trophies. Let's first focus on winning the league and then we'll add the other trophies. So with team running the strings, I just hope they can bring in, a Motswari who also understands, the type of Pirates, the type of the game that Pirates are supposed to play. He can also make a difference, but it's going to be difficult for Pirates in that middle of the park, especially against Kamogelo.
And what do you make, Marks, of that Miguel team as well as the Dlamini combination? Do you think that's one that Pirates can also rely on heavily this weekend?
Yeah, they can. And don't take anything away from the experience of Erasmus and Otto, his strength, not his experience, but his strength and ability to do the job on the day. So Pirates, if you look at it on paper, they are a better side. They are favorites to win. But Sekhukhune has got nothing to lose. Pirates has a lot of pride to salvage. So it's going to be the one where you'll see the Jima antics and intimidating Pirates players. And that is going to be interesting because, Jima has been to all the teams in the league and he can always say, I can stand the test of time. So they are up against Cardoso, who played against Pirates when he was at Chiefs. And by the way, there's Jivu up front also. It's one, Ohuvu is the man that you is the man that you cannot ignore, the big, strong striker. So don't say it's a light side. I've seen them stretching teams and going to the next level.
Teboho, we look at what Marx is saying now, Chibuko Hizu, in terms of Sekhukhune United, just a goal poacher, Jima, who can also find the back of the net. What do we make of the comparison in terms of goal scoring between Pirates and Sekhukhune, 40 versus 27 goals this season?
Yeah, I mean, Pirates have the youngster that has emerged for the better part of the season, and now he's been nominated as the Players' Player of the Year and Player of the Season in Salem. And then you have Otto, like Max has said. But there's one player that Pirates need to be really careful about, who is a poacher, that young boy, Mube.
Yes,
from Sekhukhune. Yeah, he draws defenders into the wrong position and he can pick his moments when to strike. But like I've said, Pirates have enough ammunition. I know that with the players that the coach have at his disposal, Mafa has mentioned Erasmus, you have Saleng, you have Marco, you have the young Tabiso, who has proven to be coming right from the back and aiding up front and scoring goals. So now, for me, they have no business not to win this game.
So we're going to have an exciting final.
from Pirates side, yes, Sekhukhune will want to catch them on the counter. They want to sit, and they need to break that defensive
that low block.
And once they do that, then we can have an exciting final.
All right, Marks, quickly from you, I just want 2 words, either Orlando Pirates or Sekhukhune United. Which one is it on Saturday?
Pirates.
I'll go for Sekhukhune, and why? Simply because Teboho has players that picks moments to strike. Good striker strikes every moment. So that's why I'm going for Sekhukhune. Okay,
Marks is going for Sekhukhune. We wonder if it's the Kaizer Chiefs supporter in him, but Teboho, who are you going with?
It's only obvious. It's only obvious. It's only obvious. I don't even have to say. I mean, if I could go for Sekhukhune, people will drop. Never, no way. Pirates will win.
They would. Interestingly, we've seen Spiwe Shabalala say that he's also thinking it's going to be an Orlando Pirates.
These colors. I like these colors when he was parading the trophy. The colors, his colors say a lot to say where the trophy is going.
They do. We'll have to wait and see until Saturday. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this morning. Teboho Moloi as well as Maponyane talking all things in Nedbank Cup final. It does kick off at 6 p.m. The build-up will be, of course, starting on SABC 1 at 5:30. I will be part of the team bringing you that match.